This is a mini lesson analysis on Marth versus Puff. Okay, well, when they're trolling with something like this, she didn't actually, what you did was totally fine, but there is a little trick where like you can almost teeter at the edge, put out a shield, let Puff cross you up with the rollout, and then let go of shield. Puff hits you, and then she's gonna go off stage and die because she can't recover from a rollout. If she doesn't cross you up, then you just keep defending, you full hop. It's fine. But that's like kind of a one easy check to just get an instant kill on Puff. I think I probably would have gone for a dare there, or even an up B, just to get like extra damage there. Not a huge deal. You know, I don't mind this kind of play, but like I would rather you save this kind of play when it actually matters, because you know, hitting this like walk forward smash or pivot forward smash, you know, that's not a killing Puff. Like general rule of thumb in any stage that's not Dreamland, and you're at center, 70% is when pivot forward smash can start killing. Below that, you want to probably just combo or just get your hits in, because this is just not going to kill. And Dreamland's more like 80%. Of course, stage dependent and maybe a DI mix up here and there. But yeah, you never really want to go for this forward smash at that percent range that you just did. So I don't mind that, especially since you're at 0, so you won't die at a rest. But I would have rather that you save this and you go for a more conservative play of like a way dash back forward smash on the nair landing, or like, you know, dash to the right, dash back in fair, so you could get a little bit of combo string. Because like at this percent range, you're just mostly looking to combo or chase Puff, or just even get straight hits. They're all acceptable, rather than like, you know, going for this big haymaker that doesn't even kill. And the thing, okay, so one thing to note here is that, you know, you tried to go for a big grab landing and you got hit at 0. And it's okay to get hit by Pound at 0, because Pound doesn't knock down Marth until 5%, I believe. So you're okay, as long as like, you know, you react appropriately with like, you know, falling up air, empty land forward smash, stuff like that. The big mistake you made was double jumping. That is, you do not ever do that if you get pounded at 0. But let's kind of take a step back here, where you kind of showed your hand early with this like, oh yeah, I'm looking for this dash grab. And here you are again, trying to go for a grab. And there's like two big reasons why you shouldn't. Like, two big reasons why this worked out for the Puff. Is one, the Puff kind of, you showed your hand early, and, you know, it's pretty, like, it's reasonable for them to think that you're going to go for something like this again. So that's why I don't want you to just pivot forward smash, like go for dash grabs, because it is pretty risky, but it can be worth it. And I don't want you going for these when it doesn't kill Puff. So that's like reason number one why you shouldn't just go for those kind of pivot forward, like those dash grabs in the first place until it kills. Reason number two, even if you got another dash grab, pivot forward smash, I'm not sure if it kills, because, you know, 70 is when it starts killing. Below 70, you're kind of, you're like really hoping they don't DI super well, or like you got at the edge of the stage. I'm not really certain that even if you got this, you would kill Puff. So just like save these kind of dash grabs for two scenarios. One, this dash grab is going to combo for a law, or two, it's going to kill. Anything in between is just simply not worth the expected value of, you know, potentially sacrificing your life for like, I don't know, like 15%. It's like you're betting $1 for 15 cents. Like that's just not worth it. And you know, if they're not at 70, there's nothing wrong with just doing a way dash back, preemptive fair, way dash back forward smash for like just marginal damage. That's okay. This is just how the matchup is, and instead you try to go for it all, and like frankly a value that's not really worth it, and now you're suffering a lot. Also, below 70, Pound Air doesn't knock down until past 40%, so you could have gotten a CC grab here. If you really want to make the CC grab reliable, you go for a CC dash grab. Unfortunately, you just did nothing. So, you know, there was a possibility where you could have gotten a CC grab down throw dare, because a lot plus would probably hold in as they drifted in here. So Yeah, I mean, just an idea. Yeah, these grabs are what is getting you killed, pretty much. Like, you're starting to go for these grabs in very gambly-esque situations, and you're trying to go in for potentially another grab. And now this pup knows because you've shown your hand too many times, frankly, in spots where it's not even high value, but you've shown your hand a lot that you really want this high reward spot. And the puff is willing to go for things like forward smash, pound, etc. Or like even bait you with drifts. And this is your cue every time you find yourself getting forward smashed or pounded as you go in that you are being too predictable with like a big haymaker of a dash grab. And this is where you need to go back to zoning because at its core, this matchup is not about finding dash grab high reward setups. Like this is not Marth versus Spacey. This is Marth versus a floaty at the end of the day. Like the way to frame this is that you are going to get marginal values. Like your expectation is that you're essentially betting 2 cents for 5 cents. That is how Marth plays against floaties. And occasionally you get like a big combo or a kill setup where you let that kind of come to you rather than trying to force it. Where traditionally maybe you would bet like betting $1 for $1 is like pretty gambly. Like yeah, it can be worth it, but also your life can die. Like you could just lose a stock for trying to go for that. In this scenario, it's basically trying to go for a dash grab, and it's either you get the pivot forward smash or the puff rest you. And if you frame it more like, oh, you're just gonna just get conservative, slow, but definitely positive value, eventually you will find patterns from the puff where it's like, oh, I think they crouch at this timing all the time. And as you get more data on how the puff likes to, do stuff like this, so it's like, oh, they like forward smashing a lot. So I'm just gonna dash dance grab this, where instead of betting $1 for $1, now it's like, okay, now I'm really betting like 50 cents for $1. And the more data you have that makes it more reliable, it could be 1 cent for $1. That's kind of how you want to see stuff like that is, initially you're betting for just low value over and over. And if you try to like bet like, high variance positions, you will just get forward smashed or rested a lot. And that's just frankly not a sustainable way of playing these kind of matchups. I think the last 5 interactions, you're essentially betting like $1 for like 10 cents, essentially. And that is not a very sustainable way of playing a matchup. Like you will win sometimes, you will get some hits like you are, but at the end of the day, like it's just like I think you're getting a lot of hits also from inflated values from the puff, like not like doing proper flow charts and all. But if you want to consistently win this matchup, you want to play long term with just betting 2 cents for 5 cents, just getting that fair, getting that like very safe zoning, guaranteed values, even though it's not a lot. And then eventually you wait out shit like this where like the puff just forward smash right in front of your face and it's like, oh, free grab, right? Isn't this like betting 0 cents for $1 because like you just waited for this forward smash? That's like how you really want to see it. And I don't know why you didn't take that, but yeah, that could have been an easy forward throw pivot forward smash. And practice pivot forward smash, you're just only doing like walk foot smash. Here you could have gone a way dash forward smash. Once they're past 90, you want a way dash forward smash and you just stood there. So clearly you do need to practice some follow-ups as well on like getting that big like opening against puff. So that there's obviously some mechanics that you should practice, but those are like some things. Also, you should down throw nair there. See, like you bet your life here because you try to be very scrappy here. Like you try to grab, you try to shield grab, and now you die, right? And why constantly bet your life on the line when you have like a guaranteed like what if instead you just freaking light shielded here? Or like you don't even like try to engage here, you just do like a way dash back forward smash, you do a dash to the right, dash back in fair, you know? But instead, you try to gamble with the grab, you try to gamble with a shield grab, and now it's like, now it's winnable for the Puff, despite, I think you're probably better than the Puff player in terms of like, game knowledge and understanding, but you are missing some flowcharts here and there. Uh, but yeah, because you're kind of playing aggressive, you're kind of gambling with like your drift here. Like this double jump fair is like a pretty big gamble. Only go for those gambles once you are certain, is essentially what I am advising you at the end of the day. And take stuff like this. Like that should have just been a grab. And yeah, and also try not to be too predictable of things like side B. You are gambling 1 cent for 5 cents, but if you are very predictable with the 5 cents, with like, only betting 1 cent every single time and you don't mix it up, then obviously like you lose 5 times in a row, you are losing in the long term. So like, there's also value in like just making your intent ambiguous as well. Yeah, full hopping straight at them is pretty risky. Yeah, full hopping again. Like, there's nothing like you're not forced to go for stuff like that. I think you should always like represent that you might go for something like a full hop fair, but you never actually have to do it. That's like a big strength of Marth, is that like he could always make his intents a little bit ambiguous while still playing it pretty safe. Um, and again, it's like the same deal with like the dash grab, is that you are kind of showing your hand a lot in scenarios where like it just doesn't give you a lot of value. So that is something to work on. And also ledge game could be worked on. Could have done it better fair from edge. Yeah, also just like work on your forward throw follow-ups that's more than just walk forward smash, because like you could definitely optimize to like, tech chase, dare tech chase, fair follow-ups. And yeah, these like, I don't know, these forward smashes are kind of giving me anxiety, because it's just like not the best value. Because to me, like when you gamble and stuff like that, um you are not betting in a very positive expected value to me. Yeah, stuff like that. Unfortunate. Honestly, this game should have ended like 10 times on both sides, but either way, like just be okay with getting passive value, like low value but still positive interactions for you. You should be okay with that. And second of all, only start going for like high value gambles once you have enough data, and that you can once you have enough data, you like, waiting out the puff forward smash, for example. That's an easy grab, no? And also practice your follow-ups. No, like at the moment, all you do off of grabs is forward smash, and I'd like you to, mix that in with fair, dare tech chasing, and holding your ground better when it comes to juggles. You don't always got a full hop there then.